right. Good morning. So
Morning.
happy to be with you, Chef Charlie Palmer. And we want to hear about what is going on here at the Mandalay Bay Hotel with the Epicurean, Epic. And we're going to highlight that events that are happening here. And what is your role in them? And how is this event different, or what are the highlights that you want to spell out for people about?
Sure.
This?
Well, we had an amazing time last night with the chef's table dinner, and I think whenever we get together like this, and now the talk is that like every year we're going to do this Epicurean weekend, because the greatest thing for me is it brings all the chefs in one place at once. And we have such a great roster of incredible chefs here at Mandalay Bay, and having Elaine and working with Sean and Michael Mina, and the whole crew. I mean, it's just amazing to be together, and I think at a pretty amazing dinner last night. So it was good. And then today, of course, all the things that are happening today. Michael's doing a great brunch over strip steak. We're doing a really cool wine pairing dinner, luncheon, I should say, but it's really more of a dinner here at Oriole, and working with all the Foley's wines, which is an actual folk hero now here, obviously in Las Vegas, with the Knights, and the interesting thing for me is that when I asked Foley's team to bring the wines and pair the wines with us, I know a lot of these people really well. So like the Banshee Pinot Noir, where there are some young kids right there in the town of Healdsburg that are producing this wine. We got a great Cabernet, from the Foley portfolio from Napa. So we have Napa, Sonoma, Santa Rita Hills. So we're expanding all across the wine regions. And for us it's fun because it's about choosing the wines first. Knowing what we're doing, and then of course Alex and I put together the menu to kind of really complement those. So that's great. And so we're starting out with a Dungeness crab salad, very California, very coastal, with a Three Sisters Chardonnay, and that's going to be that's a really great pairing. We've done it, so I know it well. And then we're doing a porcini ravioli because I thought we're almost in winter here. We're almost in like fall. Of course, today is super sunny and bright, which is not a bad thing. I love having that. And we're going to be out here at Oriole on the terrace, so it's kind of a nice spot. So we're going to pair that with the Banshee Pinot Noir, and then we have a really beautiful Creekstone filet mignon that we're going to be searing in a very classical way. So Alex and I have been talking about classical food, and how returning to classics is really done, but done in a very modern interpretation, of course. So we're doing that with a really beautiful the cab from Napa, and then a warm fig tart, last figs of the season, with a late harvest wine that I think is pretty special. Very little production of it, and so that's going to be a great pairing. But it's fun, and it's fun for me to be here cooking with a team, and really. And a great group of people here at the event so far. I've met so many people, very passionate food and wine people.
That's the beauty of Las Vegas, is that it is such a culinary draw for so many people.
It is, yeah.
But as far as the different wines from different regions, I think people giving them that experience that here's the wine from Napa, here's the wine from Sonoma, and the Santa Rita Hills, which I think is one of the most overlooked areas.
Yes.
But has stunning wines, is really a great way to encompass so much of the tour of California. And I really want to thank you for doing that, because so often people get so focused on one region.
Sure.
Okay, this is it.
Yeah.
So do you have a particular favorite of the wines that you're doing today?
No, I think they're all great for what they are, and again, as a chef, and the pairing is what is important, because I'm a true believer that you can have an amazing dish, you can have really great wines, whatever, but if you can combine them, if you can create a pairing, it really brings both to another level, and I think it doesn't happen often, but I think we're going to have it happen today in a couple of senses, but it really is special,
So do you have anything after this? Any new projects happening? Things going on?
Oh yeah, we're always when I say we, our group is always involved in new and interesting things. We have a project actually in North Healdsburg where we're about to start building a new I should say hotel complex, because it's a hotel, wine cave, what I call the modern American Grange, for events and things like that, in a very interesting location in North Healdsburg, just inside the town limits, but just at the edge, right at the intersection of the Alexander Valley. So.
Yeah, that's great that you have that passion going forward. You're always creating new things.
It always keeps me stimulated,
Right.
And we're in a very unique spot right now. I think we don't have to do anything. We only do things we find really interesting and really stimulating. And I think this project, we have another project we're looking at in Monterey, California. And then we got a couple of things, I can't talk about them yet, right here in Las Vegas. So,
Great. All right.
we'll
Right.
love Las Vegas. Will always be,
Yeah, and you have such a great team too.
Yes, we do.
Team
Yeah, we have a great team here in Las Vegas, and they love it here. I love what's happening here. The new stadium being built for the Raiders and all that, so which is right in our back door here at Mandalay Bay. So that's going to be fantastic.
That's really gonna make everybody step up their game as far as the volume, don't you think?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and this will be a stadium that, of course, first and foremost an NFL stadium for the Raiders, but it'll be programming,
sure.
all kinds of different
all year round.
Yes, yeah,
Right.
very, very, very state of the art. So good for Las Vegas. Certainly good for us. I think another level of excitement. So
And it's good for Mandalay Bay.
Yes,
it's
for
like
sure.
it's kind of like something good and positive coming to the
exactly.
property, and a great 2020, right? 2020 when it's going to be open.
It's
and
right around the corner.
right around the corner. Yep,
It's amazing. Time flies by.
it is.
Look at Oriole. It's almost 20 years. We're gonna celebrate 20 years. Coming up soon.
Hard to believe.
We're celebrating 30 years of Oriole this year, November
Right,
15th in New York.
Right.
Oriole is 30. It's going to turn 30 years old this year.
Did it go by fast?
Unbelievable. People say how did you last 30 years? Like last 30 years, we're just getting started.
That's
You're
right.
You're just moving forward. So, do you feel like Las Vegas is a unique destination as far as the hospitality industry?
Well, I think very unique. I think still it's amazing to me being here almost 20 years how quickly Las Vegas became an epicenter
Right.
for food and wine and hospitality in general. But I don't think you can across the world you can't look at something and say that happened, especially in that small period of time. 20 years is not a long period.
No.
And I think what you find here from the vast, incredible offerings, from all these amazing chefs, but all the even like the local young generation of culinary stars that are coming up, and I think and people starting that culture in Las Vegas in general with food.
Right.
It's amazing. So, and that's only going to continue to build and grow.
There's one trend that we've noticed, and you may agree, is that off strip dining now is magnificent.
Yes. Yeah.
And I think it's because of people working for such as yourself, getting those skills from a master like you, and then they spread their wings. They go out on their own.
Yep.
I mean, there are several restaurants. You have to, small. You have to make a reservation, sit at the bar.
Yeah.
And that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many interesting things, especially in downtown.
Yes.
I love what's happening, that whole culture that's developing. So, yeah. But
So
again, that
have
all
you been
comes
able-
from.
Have you been able to venture off?
Oh yeah, I get. We pop out of here. Usually I'm dining in places that are open later because it's always
Right.
later at night by the
Sure,
time we
sure.
get out of here. But it's fun, and I think as I say, it's a culture that's created. It's not just one restaurant, or one chef, that kind of thing. And I think that's wonderful.
Well, thank you, Chef. It's
Yeah,
always a
thank
pleasure
you.
catching up with
always.
you, and
Yeah,
we're looking forward to our lunch today as well. We
Sounds
will be
great,
there,
yeah.
so-
Yeah,
thank
all
you
right.
for
Well, thank you for
taking
taking the
time out,
time.
really.
Pleasure.
All
Thank
the
you.
best.
Thanks.